Business owners frequently ask me, who will buy my business? There are 4 types of buyers: family members, employees, financial buyers, and strategic buyers. Many businesses have successfully transferred to second, third, and future generations and continue to be successful and generate significant profits. Sales to family members is usually fairly easy, happens quickly, and at a fairly low cost. Representations and warranties from the selling family member are generally fairly soft and are limited to the knowledge of the individuals. Most sales to family members require seller financing, which means that payments to the seller come out of the future operations and profits of the business. That causes some concerns, especially to the selling family member. First, will the business succeed and be successful such that there are profits to make the payments? Second, can the deal be structured in such a way that the purchasing family members are able to make the future payments and the selling family member will receive a fair and reasonable compensation for his interest in the business? The third problem is what happens in the future if the business encounters difficulties and is unable to make the payments. A second type of buyer is an employee or employees, either key employees or an ESOP. Sales to employees is similar to sales to family members in that it's fairly quick, inexpensive, with fairly soft representations and warranties. Again, sales to employees typically requires seller financing, which presents the same problems. Will the business be successful? Can the deal be structured properly? And what happens if business problems develop in the future? Sales to financial buyers typically involve people who are not active in the business, and therefore they require extensive due diligence, fairly rigorous representations and warranties. The sale process is much longer and usually more expensive. Most financial buyers are buying based on current and projected cash flow, and therefore accurate financial records are absolutely critical. They also usually use bank financing. Banks tend to be conservative in their evaluation and in their lending decisions. That tends to depress the price a bit, and banks also require significant down payment from the purchaser, which shrinks the pool of likely purchasers for the business. The fourth type of likely purchaser are strategic buyers who are generally already in the industry, either as a competitor, as a vendor, or as a customer. They seek strategic advantage from the purchase, such as vertical integration, consolidation of manufacturing facilities, access to key employees, access to key technology or intellectual property, or shrinking management functions such as sales and marketing. Strategic buyers frequently move the business usually out of state, and so if that's a concern, strategic buyers present a problem. The good news is that strategic buyers typically pay a higher price than family members, employees, or financial buyers.